In today's consumer review, taking care of your automobile can be tough. So today, automotive expert Casey Jordan joins us to answer some of your most popular questions about car care. Good to see you, Casey.
Good to see you too, Melissa.
Okay, we'll get right to it because we get questions all the time
That's
for
right.
you. Our first question comes from Richard G. and he says, my car's manufacturer suggests that I use premium fuel in my car. Is it really necessary or important to do?
Well, the answer to that is look at your owner's manual, and there's a difference between recommended and required. Now, if your manufacturer says required premium fuel, you absolutely have to use premium fuel. If your manufacturer recommends it, it is advised to use premium fuel, but chances are you can downgrade to a lower fuel. The difference is the car will perform has a little more horsepower and a little more performance when you use the premium fuel versus the regular fuel.
But you're not damaging your car by
as long as it's a recommended versus required. Required could actually damage your vehicle.
Okay. Our second question is coming from Ricky M. and Casey, he asks, after I go to the store and my tire pressure is over the recommended pressure, should I adjust it?
And the answer to that is you check your tire pressure in the mornings when your vehicle is cold and your vehicle has not been driven for a while. Tires generate a lot of heat, and that air inside the tire will expand and cause the pressure to be much higher. So if you have a question about if your tire pressures are correct, always check it first thing in the morning when the tire pressure is cold.
Okay, and Yvonne B. has our third question, and she says to you, is the tire pressure supposed to be higher or lower in cold weather?
Well, the answer to that really is your tire pressure will change in the winter time versus the summertime, again because of the ambient temperatures outside. If your car says 32 pounds of pressure on your tire gauge, make sure that it's at 32 pounds of pressure whether you're in the winter or whether you're in the summer. Another thing to recommend is when you adjust tire pressure and you have to add air to your tires, don't drive all day and then add air to your tires. Do it right first thing in the morning, a short distance from your house, because the cold tire pressure is what the most accurate pressure is. You don't want to drive all around and then heat up your tires and then try to put air in them. Got it.
Okay. And Tom asks, can I use pure water as coolant in my car?
Well, you can use pure water as coolant in your car, but it's definitely not recommended that you do so. Many times you'll see racing people use just pure water. Pure water will take the heat away from the engine just like antifreeze will. But antifreeze has different properties to it, such as anti-freezing, where in the middle of winter it could be 32 degrees and the water inside your engine could freeze and crack open the block and cause major damage to it. Also, when you buy antifreeze from the store, it has an anti-corrosion in it as well. And all those metal parts from your engine are kept from corroding, because otherwise pure water, when it hits metal, is going to rust. So it's very important that you do have antifreeze in your engine, but in a pinch, and all you have is water, your car will run fine on water. But if you do put water in, flush it out, and then put it back to a proper 50-50 mix of antifreeze and water.
Good advice. Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
to have you here, Casey.
Thank you.
Casey Jordan. If you have a question for Casey, you can email him too at askcasey@kv.com.